What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I want to talk about something serious today that's plaguing the world. Literally, the coronavirus and how it's affecting football today. So, as I wait for people to join the stream, I'll maybe just look at my phone or something. But it's getting serious, man. It is getting serious. It is getting serious out here. This coronavirus is simply no joke. Serie C footballer becomes the first football player to contract the virus. It's no joke, man. It's no joke. So we have Sunil Kumar up in here. Very serious. Liverpool need to seal title quickly. Of course, man. Of course. It's getting really serious out here with this coronavirus thing. It's affecting the stock market. It's affecting everything. Chinese Super League canceled for this. Well, until they get things sorted out, at least. And it could continue to affect football games all over Europe, all over the world, because it has already affected matches in that it had matches postponed. And today, Inter's match against Ludogorets, if I'm not mistaken, will be played behind closed doors. So it is a serious issue that needs to be addressed like yesterday. Seriously. They're taking way too long to get this thing under control. And they have to do something before it's too late. Definitely have to. So as we wait for more people to join the live chat, I don't know how many people are going to be interested in a chat like this, but the coronavirus is something scary. What's up, Marshall Mathers? The coronavirus is no joke. It is simply no joke. Mr. Fighter, hey, Dom, I live near the border with Italy. No cases in Slovenia, though. But there are 3 cases in Croatia and 3 in Austria. This is getting serious. Yeah, man. It is definitely getting serious. About over 80,000 people all across the world has already contracted the virus. It's just this mystery virus that I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know a whole lot about the coronavirus, but we could learn a lot about the coronavirus today. So I'm just waiting for more people to join the live chat, and we'll get this thing on the road. So my stats say I have 6 people up in here. If you're up in here right now, just say hello, say hi. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Wait until the notifications get out there. I know people are at work, people are at school, but it's early, and I figured, let me do a live chat at least when I have the time. Duck All, man, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Really appreciate it. Jesus Corona Dropkick Chester. Bro, it ain't no joke, man. This coronavirus ain't nothing to joke around with, man. Seriously. It is getting serious out here. I know we might all, I don't know. I don't know how to see the funny side of coronavirus, bro. I don't know. But did you see my tweet yesterday? Oh, Mexico Vanilla. At Mexican Vanilla. No, I didn't. I didn't see the tweet. Maybe I did or maybe I didn't. Can't quite remember. Yesterday was a day that a lot of things I don't remember. Only thing I remember is the Man City win over Real Madrid. Everything else, you gotta step aside. So, guys, Stranger Things fans, says give me a shout out, please. There's a shout out. We have it right here, guys. The Sun. Article from The Sun, viral outbreak. Footballer in Italy tests positive for coronavirus in first case for pro football player as Serie C side Pianese cancel training. Wow. This is big. You only need one player to get it, and then it starts spreading. And I'm pretty sure that this player got in contact with other players. And this coronavirus could be asymptomatic for up to 2 weeks. My coworker was telling me yesterday, and it's serious. It is serious. I'm scared of this thing. It's like I work at the airport and I don't want to, I see the planes coming in from China and all. And I'm like, I don't even want to go near that plane. So it is serious. The coronavirus is no joke. So we're going to continue reading this article right now. Italian football has continued to be hit by coronavirus, with the first professional player diagnosed with the illness. The 22-year-old player for Serie's Group A side, Pianese, tested positive after feeling unwell at the weekend. Two players battle for the ball as Pianese take on Juventus under 23 team, a game the coronavirus patient missed. So as you can see, there's a picture here. Police roadblocks are in place around the worst affected towns in northern Italy. The symptoms kept him out of a match with Juventus's under 23 side, and one teammate is also being monitored as the club cancels training sessions. La Gazzetta dello Sport report that he is thought to have caught the coronavirus while on a train ride to visit his parents in nearby Emilia. The Regional Council of Tuscany confirmed the case on Thursday, with the man involved remaining unnamed. An official statement read, one case is a 22-year-old man in the Siena province, a Pianese player, who last Saturday had symptoms in a hotel in Alessandria, where he was training with the team ahead of Sunday's game. He did not play the game as that morning. He had a high fever. The team returned to Pian Castagnaio while he went home. Wednesday morning, he tested in his home and the results came back positive in the evening. Imagine if there's other people at home with this guy. That means they have contracted the virus too. Because that thing is airborne. Since early Thursday morning, he is at the hospital in Siena in isolation. He is in good, healthy condition. Another player of the team felt the same symptoms, which the club is tracking. Italy has become the worst affected country across Europe impacted by coronavirus. So far, 12 have died from the illness in Italy from 400 known cases. So what I'm learning is that you could get the virus, but you don't have to die from the virus. But it is very likely that you can die. 400 cases, 12 died. Not a large percentage, but 12 people is still a lot of people to die. You know what I'm saying, guys? Amid cancellation of Serie fixtures, the Six Nations trip to Ireland and several lower league matches, a 38-year-old amateur footballer was diagnosed earlier in the week. I didn't even hear this news. But this is the first professional footballer to be diagnosed with the coronavirus. And there was an amateur footballer, we're now learning, who was diagnosed with the coronavirus. A journalist from Valencia also contracted the illness, having traveled to Italy for the La Liga's side's Champions League defeat to Atalanta. Like, that is insane. That is insane. Imagine you go into to cover your game and you get the coronavirus. This is something else. What are you guys saying in the chat right now? Duckall, I told you about the goalkeeper scoring the last minute goal. Oh, okay. Yes, I did see that. I didn't realize that was you though. Sunil Kumar. From the time novel coronavirus was detected back in December, if I'm right, there has been 300 odd deaths. In the same time, heart diseases has killed how much? What? 1 million people? It's a fatality rate of only 3%. You are correct. But the thing is, this is something new. And people are making a very, 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 very big deal about this whole thing. People are making a big, big deal. And I don't blame them. People are dying. It can get worse. It's an epidemic. It's something new. Like, we never heard about the coronavirus before. I never heard about it before late last year. And now it is very serious. It is serious. And it's affecting football matches. That's why I'm talking about it. Chinese Super League suspended this season. And you got guys like Carrasco, Odiani Gallo coming back to Europe to play. Maybe a few more, but those are the notable ones. And Serie matches postponed, being scheduled to play behind closed doors. You see journalists contracting the disease, amateur footballer, pro footballer. Who knows? What if? When is the football world going to really take notice? When a popular footballer is diagnosed with it? Then you're going to be like, oh my God, you hear such and such has coronavirus? So we have to definitely be aware of this. And you guys are from all over the world. You have to pay attention to this as well. And you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Definitely. I know there's other diseases out there killing people left, right, and center, as Sunil Kumar did say. But this is something fresh. This is something that we don't have a lot of knowledge about. And it's not like it is very hard to prevent yourself from getting it. Desmond Desi, the media is just adding more fire to the issue. That's the media. The media's job is to talk about current affairs. They ought to make people informed of what's going on. So it's understandable. It is definitely understandable. Pirate Forever, I heard one mask in China is £4. Wow. But I even heard that I don't know if the masks are so effective. I know it's airborne and all, but I don't know if the mask, I am not 100% sure if the mask prevents you from getting it. Seriously. The call says, hopefully it doesn't spread around. It's sad they had nothing to do with it. Yeah, that's just how it is with diseases like that. You don't have to really, it has no prejudice. It would affect anybody. First breaking out in China, and China is so big and so populous. And when it first happened, countries didn't take precautions. They basically was like, okay. They did like what I did. I was like, okay, they're gonna handle this thing. They're gonna get this thing under control. And then before you know it, it's like all over the world. So it's an epidemic right now, and sooner rather than later, if it becomes more serious and it spreads to more countries, they have to declare it a pandemic. So an epidemic would be something within the border of a country, but once it starts spreading elsewhere, it becomes a pandemic. So we have Marshall Matters says, I personally think America, aka Modern Babylon, has something to do with it. How come it all of a sudden started in China? Shake my head. Yeah, we all have our conspiracy theories, but it is what it is, I just hope they get this thing under control like really fast. Brian Henry Joseph says, surprise stream. Well, most of my streams are going to be surprise streams, unannounced. Just pop up and stream. I'm still trying to figure out this whole streaming app and all of that, and the whole streaming process. I'll get better as time goes by. But it's just good to start, and it's a good thing to just come and talk to you guys about all different sorts of matters, especially if it's affecting football. And the coronavirus is definitely affecting football right about now. So for those of you guys who just joined the stream, thank you very much for stopping by an early stream today, where the main topic, I want to talk about other things too, but footballer in Italy tests positive for coronavirus in first case for pro player at Serie side Pianese cancer training. So this is why you should turn on post notifications. Yes, that's up to you if you want to turn on the notifications, to be honest, because I do put out a lot of videos and I don't want to annoy people with my notifications popping up. But I'm saying that, but then I have these football apps on my phone, and I get a million notifications all day. So turn on your notifications, guys. Turn them on. Turn them on and watch whatever you feel like watching. If a video of mine pop up and you don't feel like watching it, swipe it away. But I think when you swipe it away, it kind of tells the app you don't want to watch the videos, and then it stop notifying you. Something like that. Some weird thing like YouTube is kind of weird. But guys, turn your bells on. Turn on your notification bells and get all the updates, especially when I live stream. Because most of my live streams are going to be surprise live streams anyway. So we have Ryan LFC up in here. More blessings, bro. Thank you. Avenko says he should be fine though, since coronavirus doesn't really hurt healthy and fit people. That's the thing I'm saying. And that's what Sunil Kumar was saying. The fatality rate is only 3% right now. But the thing is, 3% is 3%. It can be you. It can be you. If you're healthy enough, you will be able to fight it off. But what about people who are not healthy enough? These people could be part of your family or your friends or your friends' family. So you have to just look at it and feel for everyone affected by it and who could be potentially affected by this. So it is serious. It is very, very serious. So Pyro Forever says affected people should wear it so they can't spread. Yeah, but guys, you know what? Let's go back to Google right now and we're gonna just take a quick look at what is the coronavirus and get to the root of this thing. We gotta find out what this coronavirus thing is. Seriously. We know what it is, but do we really know what it is? It's a virus, but we could do some more research on the coronavirus though. We definitely could do some more research. So I'm gonna get this whole browser thing set up. Go back to Google and find the coronavirus. It is serious. Some countries don't have a lot of cases, but China, Italy has a lot of cases. Okay, I don't know why this thing isn't moving, but I have to go back and get this thing. But in the meantime, let me see what you guys are saying. They might have to play all games behind closed doors now. Yeah, that's a situation that's arising, that a lot of games, even the games this coming up in the Serie this weekend, I'm hearing that they're going to be played behind closed doors. Even the Juve Inter Milan match will be played behind closed doors. And if it continues like this, guys, who knows? Maybe the entire Euro 2020 will be played behind closed doors. That would be bad. That would be horrible for UEFA. That would be terrible for UEFA, I'm telling you. If they have to play the whole tournament behind closed doors, if they broadcast it on TV, people will get to watch it still, and it'll be good for people like me. Because then a lot of people will come on YouTube to try to find out what's really going on and get some insight on the games and stuff. That's not what I'm hoping for. I'm just saying. But it's a possibility. It is a possibility. Apparently Milan is a ghost town now. It is a possibility because the thing is, football is so intertwined in the cultures of so many cities that if the people can't go to the games, yeah, they're going to look like ghost towns. It's simply going to look like ghost towns. But I really, really hope they get this thing on the wraps, man. Seriously. I really, really hope they get this thing on the wraps, like ASAP. I can't deal with this thing no more. Like, I am fearful of the coronavirus too. Very, very fearful. That's one of my phobias. Catching some terminal illness. That is definitely one of my fears. You know how good it feels when you wake up in the morning and everything is okay with you? That's one of the best feelings ever. So, coronavirus, you can stay where you are. But let's take a look at the coronavirus here and find out what it is. We're going to find out what the coronavirus really is. Why is my thing not working? Oh my God, this thing is so annoying, guys. This thing could be so annoying. I'm telling you. The thing about this, the browser source, there's a source called the browser source. So if you interact with the browser source, you're supposed to be able to basically scroll. But some websites, the scroll doesn't work. I don't know if it's because I'm searching the coronavirus, but on some websites, it just doesn't work. Like right now, it is not working. It ain't working. It's not scrolling. It's definitely not scrolling. But more for coronavirus, it ain't working. News, all, it's not working. So let's just forget about, we all know what the coronavirus is already. We do know what the coronavirus is, but I just wanted some more insight. I just wanted to talk about it a bit more. But I could actually just search my phone right now and let you guys know what the coronavirus is. For those of you guys who are not 100% like informed. Corona. Imagine I type in Corona in my Google search, and guess what popped up? Corona Seltzer, Corona Beer Stock, Corona Queens, not even coronavirus. Is it for real? You know what I mean? That should be the first thing that pop up. So the coronavirus, the official name is COVID-19. And there's an SOS alert out for that. And the coronavirus condition overview Q&A, let me check. World Health Organization. So I'm going to check and I'm going to read to you guys what the coronavirus is. So let me see something. Let me see if I could. Okay, I got it right here. But you see, it's not scrolling though. It's not scrolling, but that's good for the screen still. I don't know why the scrolling isn't working right about now, but it's not working. So what this says is coronavirus, COV, are a large family of viruses that cause illness ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases such as Middle East respiratory syndrome and severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is SARS-CoV, like it's similar to SARS. A novel coronavirus, nCoV, is a new strain that has not been previously identified in humans. So this is something new. This is something fresh, and that's why they're finding such a hard time getting a cure for this thing or an antivirus. Let's use the word antivirus. Let's get kind of video game with it. Let's get mystery novel with it because we need an antivirus here. We need an antivirus to fight this thing, but I guess they're trying to, and they're conducting tests and whatnot to try to find an antivirus, but obviously one has not been found yet, or we have not been informed that one has been found. So let me see. Sunil says biology lesson coming. LOL, I love the stream. So let us continue. Coronavirus or I never seen this word for real. Like coronavirus are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted between animals and people. Zoonotic. So it is a biology lesson. Zoonotic. Detailed investigations found that SARS/CoV was transmitted from civet cats to humans and MERS-CoV from dromedary camels to humans. So what this is saying that the coronavirus derived from cats and camels. Several known coronaviruses are circulating in animals that have not yet infected humans. Oh my goodness, this is scary. Common signs of infection include respiratory symptoms, fever, cough, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties. So if you experience any of these symptoms, I advise you to see a health physician, a health physician, like ASAP. Go to the hospital. Isolate yourself. Call 911. In most severe cases, infection can cause pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is SARS, kidney failure, and even death. Pneumonia could lead to death. SARS could lead to death. Kidney failure could definitely lead to death. I think they should have worded it that way. Standard recommendations to prevent infection spread include regular hand washing. Wash your hands, guys. Wash your hands before you eat, before you come back in your house. Just wash your hands, period. Mouth covering or covering mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing. And people don't do this. It's so disgusting when you're outside and someone sneezes and just, I'm like, cover your mouth. Like nobody wants to breathe in what you just let out there. Like cover your freaking mouth. Disgusting. And you know what I hate to see people do too? You're walking down the street and they'll just do this. They'll put one hand on a nostril and they'll just do this. And like blow out snot. I'm like, really? Really? How civilized are you? You know what I mean? So the article continues. It's almost done. Standard recommendations to prevent infection. Oh, I already read that. Avoid close contact with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness, such as coughing and sneezing. So basically, anyone you suspect got the cold or the flu, anything, allergies, anything, get away from them. Basically, stay in your basement, like what I'm doing right now. Stay in your basement. I actually have to go shopping later, and I'm kind of fearful of that. I have to go to Walmart, BJ's, and a lot of people be in those stores, and who knows who has the coronavirus. So, gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. So, Isabel O'Duffy says, what's up, Isabel? Are you a girl? If you are, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. We need more girls around this place, this community. Females, women around here, not girls, women. I heard they eating bats. Well, I heard that too. And what I just said, animals. The coronavirus derived from animals is zoonotic. So we have learned something today about the coronavirus. So that is the main headline in today's in the live stream right about now. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to head on over to goal.com and take a look at some more football news, and we could have a bit of a chat about what is going on in the world of football. So I could actually now move this whole thing here of this guy wearing the camo suit, because that's for the coronavirus outbreak. I could move him, and I could leave the black background right there so the chat on the screen could be read properly. So yeah, there you go. So let's talk about some football news, man. Football news. This is where it's gonna get even more fun. We're going to see what's going on in the world of football. I actually have to take my son to the doctor for 1 o'clock. So let me do this real fast. So, okay. So let's do this. Let's do this 20 minutes of this. 20 minutes running through the football news, guys. Tisering Tasa. I'm Chinese. I don't eat these disgusting things. But still, I'm getting hate by people. Why? That's just the way people are, man. That's just the way people are. People in general are just like that. There's not a lot of smart people around. So it's fine. So, football news. First big article on Goal. Why were the English clubs so bad in the Champions League? I want you guys to let me know your thoughts on that. Why were the English clubs so bad in the Champions League first leg, around the 16 matches? With the exception of Manchester City, let's make that one clear. With the exception of City. So guys, if you notice, I made a few improvements on the chat setup right here. The live stream setup. I still have my little frame and the webcam up here so I could be visible on camera. And I made the browser source box more evenly distributed so it's not looking like stretchy or distorted. And I moved the Champions League background so the chat, the white chat with the blue names, could be more legible. So it's good. And this is for the people if they're watching it in live full screen and they don't see the chat box in the replay. So this is pretty, I like this. This is how I always wanted my live stream setup to be completely honest. And it would only get better with time. I promise you guys. Really promise you guys. So Advenko says stock up on food. Stock up on food. What did Duck All say that he deleted his message? So Criminal says, good thing I don't have an animal. Yeah, I don't have animals around here too. I don't mind pets, but I don't want pets. It's more of a burden to me than anything else. It's another responsibility. It's like having another child. And I have 3 kids. Don't need any more right now. So, guys, why have the English teams been so bad? I want to hear what you guys have to say. The 18 of you guys up in here right now. Let me hear what you guys have to say. Why have the English teams been so bad? If you're not going to say anything, let's just take a look at what Goal.com thinks. Alex Kebley, the writer of this article. Man City prevented a Premier League calamity in the Champions League. So why were England's best so bad? All right. So as you can see here, Chelsea getting KY jellied by Bayern Munich. The third London club Bayern Munich has annihilated in recent years, smashing Arsenal, embarrassing them, embarrassing Tottenham, and Chelsea on course to get another embarrassment. Salah here putting his hand on his curly hair after Atletico Madrid parked the bus and defeated Liverpool 1-0. But Liverpool are still in the tie. Chelsea, I think they're done. Tottenham under Mourinho, schooled by Julian Nagelsmann and RB Leipzig, a team formed 10 years ago. I think Tottenham is still in it, but I kind of have a feeling that Nagelsmann is going to do the job. Oh, Mourinho could take this opportunity to say, listen, man, listen, don't doubt me. I'm going to do this. All right, Advenko, peace out, man. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Paul Magacy is up in here. Or Magachi, if I'm saying your name right. Haven't seen you in a minute. I think the opposition they played were quite good. Atletico had good tactics. Bayern have been good in London. And Leipzig are flying, yes. Why Zinchenko not play against Real Madrid? Come on, bro. We can't have Zinchenko playing against Real Madrid, man. Maybe in the second leg. But I doubt we'll see him. I think it's going to be João Cancelo playing as a left back. If Mendy definitely will miss it. Yellow card accumulation. It will be João Cancelo. João Cancelo is going to feature. He is good enough. And he's going to play. And I think João Cancelo is going to play the League Cup final on Sunday too. So let's see what he has to say. Pep Guardiola came up with the goods to stop Premier League. All right, let's go. Let's take a go at this again. You guys could read along with me if you don't think I'm such a good reader. So Pep Guardiola came up with the goods to stop the Premier League rot. So how can the English sides battle back to rescue their European seasons? All right, never mind the Hulu commercial there, guys. It's not from me. I'm not getting credit for that. Man City's late turnaround on Wednesday night prevented a disastrous set of Champions League results for the English contingent. The country was 6-0 down on aggregate, heading for 4 defeats out of 4 until Gabriel Jesus and Kevin De Bruyne flipped the narrative at Real Madrid, seemingly confirming that English football is in something of a fallow year. The Premier League in 2019-20 is an oddly low-quality campaign for most of the country's best clubs as they stumbled through transitional years, prod along with underqualified young managers or work out how to adapt to long-term injuries. And so, England is currently on course to have just one team in the Champions League quarterfinals for the first time since 2016-17, the year after Leicester City's title win highlighted a Big Six crisis. Let me get rid of that. We are not quite at the point yet, but the drop-off from continental dominance in 2019 is worrying nonetheless. Then again, at least 3 of the 4 English clubs could still progress. Manchester City. Typical Pep Guardiola overthinking defined the vast majority of Man City's 2-1 win at the Santiago Bernabeu, deploying De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva as false nines in a 4-4-2 surprised everyone. But there was some method in the madness as the City manager explained after the game he was worried about Real Madrid's aggressive pressing and so wanted to play in a more withdrawn manner. And Real Madrid, they were pressing. They had Fede Valverde, they had Casemiro, Modric pressing. I think they lacked a Toni Kroos with his creativity in this match, hence the reason why they lost. Anyways, let's move on with the article. Good article so far. Good article. I'm enjoying the read. I'm getting in character too. The plan was to drop off the defense in order to find space in the midfield, keeping things tight rather than spreading wide and getting counter-pressed. However, Real aren't as good as Guardiola made them out to be, and creating a claustrophobic first 45 minutes falsely made the hosts look like City's equals. He had overcomplicated things, and City only grabbed this famous win by reverting to their usual system. Following Isco's opener, Guardiola brought Raheem Sterling on and moved to a more typical 4-4-1-1 with De Bruyne back in the number 10 role and Gabriel Jesus up front. Hence the reason he was there on the cross to head in after Sergio Ramos missed that header. De Bruyne crossed for Jesus to equalize before Sterling earned a penalty down the left. Two moves common in City's normal approach. Very, very correct. Guardiola has already spoken of having to come up with a whole new plan for the return leg because Zinedine Zidane will have adapted accordingly. According to this this overestimates his opponents. Man City needs simply to play their own game in Guardiola's usual 4-3-3 and they can blow away this underpower Real Madrid side. I definitely agree. Zidane's midfield lacks the pace or agility to deal with De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva roaming in the number 10 space. Sergio Ramos-less defense will struggle to cope with Sergio Aguero and Raheem Sterling. A Sergio Ramos-less defense will struggle to cope with Sergio Aguero, and Raheem Sterling can dominate Dani Carvajal. The Man City manager needs to stop thinking so hard, and I do agree. What are your thoughts on that, guys? What are your thoughts, and did you enjoy the read? The more I read, the better I would get. I don't read a lot. I don't read out loud a lot, I should say. Whenever I read in my head, so I need to start reading out loud a bit more. So you guys could kind of get the feel for the whole article, if you understand what I'm saying. So, what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? Do you think Man City will hold on to this 2-1 away lead, go to the Etihad, put out a clinic, and put Real Madrid to bed. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. Don't be shy. Brian Hinojosa, thank you very much for the reply, bro. I agree. Pep makes a mess of these games normally. But to be honest, I think Pep has learned his lesson from the last 2 seasons. Going out in the quarterfinals to Liverpool and then Tottenham Hotspur, I think Pep Guardiola has learned his lesson. He has. I was one that was kind of skeptical about the lineup, but you have to trust the process. I didn't share my thoughts on it, so it was kept in the head. So it's all good. There's no evidence that I doubted Pep Guardiola. None whatsoever. No evidence at all. So let's see what they say on Liverpool, Tottenham, and then Chelsea. And after that, I'm gonna end the stream, and I'll be back later. I think maybe I'll be back later to talk about the Europa League. So Isabel O'Duffy says, "I hope City win this year, the champion." I hope. I really, really hope. And thank you very much for the well wishes, Isabel. So as you can see here, Liverpool players looking distraught after the loss against Atletico Madrid. Let's hear what the editor had to say here, the author of this article. Atletico Madrid's 1-0 win was pure Diego Simeone. Feeding off the atmosphere in the Wanda Metropolitano, his players played a feisty, disruptive, and deliberately provocative brand of defensive football that aimed solely to stop the visitors from scoring. Their 4-4-2 held firm in a mid-block, compressing the lines ruthlessly and pressing very effectively when Liverpool tried to play through the midfield. Only once the ball went into the final third did Atletico Madrid retreat. Let me repeat that. Only once the ball went into the final third did Atletico retreat. Crowding out the front three, Liverpool didn't do much wrong. Although this game did show why, until recently, Jurgen Klopp had been keen to add a playmaker to the squad who could slip through balls between the lines. And Liverpool does need a designated playmaker in their midfield though. You can't go all brute strength and work rate in the middle of the field like what Real Madrid did yesterday. The lack of creativity in central midfield simplifies the destruction jobs of the Atletico players, while the height in the Spanish outfit's defense means they are invulnerable to the crosses of Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's a very, 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 very good thing to note. However, not much needs changing. The electric atmosphere at Anfield, combined with recent history of comebacks, means Liverpool's usual brand of high energy. Wait. I've never seen this word. Gegenpressing? I've never seen this word. Football, I never seen that word. Pardon me. Could create a very difficult outcome this time around, even if the tactical pattern of the match is exactly the same. Atletico would sit back and Liverpool would continue to dominate, relying on Alexander-Arnold and Robertson exchanging crossfield passes to pull that narrow 4-4-2 out of its shell. A fast start is vital. Liverpool needs to make Atletico nervous and needs to feed on the crowd's enthusiasm, because if they play at their free-flowing best, then not even Simeone's tactics can stop them from scoring. Well said. And I do agree. Some newspapers said Alexis Sanchez has coronavirus. Damn. Wow. I don't know about that. I tell you, I am no fan of Man City. I am very much a Liverpool fan, but I was really, really, really impressed for the first time Man City game. I think they will win the next round. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Michael Olapita says, really, bro, you never seen Yeah, I never seen that word. Never, ever. I never seen the word, and I never heard the word before in my life. Seriously. Let me look up that word right now. The hell? Okay. Oh, okay. It's a football. Okay. Yeah. I don't know everything. So gegenpressing means to press the opposition right after losing possession. Okay, i.e., to press an organized unit the moment you transition to defense. The entire team hunts the ball and, in the ideal case, immediately wins it back from the opposition. Okay, okay. Who invented gegenpress? If I'm even saying the word correctly. Jurgen Klopp's attacking football and his pressing tactics called gegenpressing isn't that new. Oh, so it's a Klopp thing. All right, so it's all right. I'm not Liverpool fan, so I wasn't a Dortmund fan, but I learned something new today. But they said gegenpressing isn't that new. The system was invented by the Dutch in the 1970s and it was applied to Dortmund's squad due to Klopp's knowledge and smartness. He made it work and it was as overwhelming as it was terrifying to come up against. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Now I get it. Thank you, man. We're learning things in this live stream. We are learning things. We are learning things here. We are learning things. All right, so guys, as I said, I have to take my son to the doctor and then I have to go shopping. So let me get through these last two things and then the live stream will basically be about the coronavirus and the English teams. Let me go back up and let you guys know why they haven't been so good in the first leg. Okay, so Tottenham. Jose Mourinho's tactical strategy was completely wrong in the first leg. Tottenham lined up in a flat 4-4-2 formation with Dele Alli up front alongside Lucas Moura as Jetson Fernandes and Steven Bergwijn held the width. And that meant RB Leipzig had a numerical advantage in almost every area of the pitch. Julian Nagelsmann's 3-4-3 relies on Timo Werner and Christopher Nkunku dropping off the front to provide the wing-backs and central midfielders with line-breaking vertical passing options. And sure enough, Leipzig could dominate with their favorite passing lanes. Harry Winks and Giovanni Lo Celso were overwhelmed in the half spaces where Werner and Nkunku held possession. Playing just two in central midfield left Spurs far too light in the area Leipzig are most dangerous, while Serge Aurier made frequent positional errors to compound matters. I do think they pay too much attention to Serge Aurier. He ain't that bad. He is definitely not as bad as they say he is. Rushing out to cover these gaps in the middle and exposing his teams. You see, he was only trying to help out. Aside from the midfield battle, Leipzig had a 3-on-2 in attack when breaking and had a 3-on-2 advantage in their own defense. Rarely does a 4-4-2 sync effectively with 3-4-3. We're learning some things here. We're talking tactics, and if we continue to talk tactics and read articles like this and break things down and remember what happened in games, we're all going to be experts a year from now. Because I ain't no expert, I ain't no expert. I'm just a person who loves football like you do. And that's why we are here right now talking about it. Okay? So remember that. Although it was entirely unsuccessful at Stamford Bridge, the basic building blocks of the 3-5-2 system used against Chelsea should be deployed for the return leg in Germany. A 3-man defense can go man for man with Leipzig's forwards, being that they have 3 forwards. Get it? Meaning a spare centre-back is free to step up and meet Timo Werner, while wing-backs can have more license to build counters, with Japhet Tanganga picked ahead of the error-prone Aurier. I don't agree with this. I think Aurier should remain in the team and Japhet Tanganga should replace Ben Davies at left back because he was the man who touched the ball for the... no, he was the one who brought down Conrad Lima. It wasn't a handball. He was the one who brought down Lima, and I think Japhet Tanganga is more suited as a left back. He's young, he's fast, he's also error prone, he's young, than Ben Davies, who I don't think was fit enough to play such a high intensity game. And that's just my opinion on that one. Continuing, because we have one more team to go through before I end this live stream. Deploying 3 in central midfield is a must, with one powerful defensive midfielder at the base preferably, and although Lucas and Bergwijn are unlikely to hold up the ball, Mourinho has few other options in attack. Long balls over the top of the Leipzig defense for these two to chase is the best strategy. I don't know if they're going to play the long ball tactics though, because you have 2 short center forwards. If it's going to be Ali and Moura, how are they going to win the long balls? How are they going to win the aerial balls? How are you going to win races against guys like Halstenberg and Klosterman and Upamecano, who are very quick? Nordy McCooley and these... come on, it's not a good strategy, in my opinion. Spurs need to play a deep defensive line and frustrate Leipzig. Okay, why did that do that? And frustrate Leipzig, keeping the score 0-0 before going for the away goal in the final 20 minutes. In other words, they need a classic Mourinho away performance. I don't agree with this. I do not agree with this at all. You're asking which football player. They did not name the football player. He wasn't named, but he plays for Serie C side, 3rd tier Italian football. So in case of Mourinho and Tottenham, they just need to go and play their game. Play a game and go out there and beat RB Leipzig. Don't overthink things. Do not overthink it. Go out there, play a game, pick up the W. If you have to take it to extra time and penalties, do what you can, win the game. It's that simple. So you got the Knuckles is saying Liverpool need Amine Harit. This transfer could make sense as Klopp and Wagner are very good friends from time at... Yes, Harry. I know you're saying this because you're Moroccan and all, but I don't know if they're going to go for Amine Harit though. I don't know. So the last one, before I go. Chelsea. Chelsea weren't ambitious enough on Tuesday evening, mistakenly using 3-4-2-1 that had worked against Tottenham in the latest example of Frank Lampard sticking with what has worked before rather than develop a specific tactical plan for the upcoming opponent. The main issue was the players' unfamiliarity with the system because the back three were repeatedly caught out of sync with one another as Thomas Muller pulled the strings and Lewandowski made intelligent runs, and so did Serge Gnabry. They weren't helped by a dreadful individual performance from Ross Barkley. And I did tell you guys in the live stream after that Ross Barkley was and he was and he was And yet Lampard should have seen this coming. The 3-4-2-1 looks entirely different depending on whether you hold the majority or minority of the ball. Against superior opponents like Bayern, Mason Mount and Barkley lost their clever and dominant positions as dual number 10s and were forced into wide midfield roles. 5-4-1, which suits neither. However, there were more positives. The 5-man defense did appear to keep Serge Gnabry and Kingsley Coman relatively quiet. What? What are you talking about? Gnabry scored twice, running freely into the box and stuff. Like, come on. No, I don't agree with this. Until Lampard told Reece James to get forward in the second half and things fell apart. Oh, okay. Chelsea's wingbacks were far more advanced after the break, creating huge gaps for Gnabry and Lewandowski to exchange passes, forcing mistakes out of an overworked Cesar Azpilicueta. And he was given the slip. That was a crazy slip, though. Gnabry just sent him back to Spain and, he stayed there a while and then came back for the first 2 goals. It is definitely too late for Chelsea to save the tie. However, they can at least improve on their first leg performance by reinstating a 4-3-3 and looking to play purely on the counter-attack. It's a case of damage limitation for Frank Lampard, with N'Golo Kante needed alongside Mateo Kovacic to limit Muller's influence. Jorginho's suspension leaves Chelsea in a hopeless position. So Jorginho ain't going to play. I think Kante might not be fit enough, so they might have to stick with Ross Barkley or Lost Barkley. So guys, that's it for the live stream, man. 55 minutes. I got to run right now. Right now, thank you very much. All 24 y'all up in here who joined the chat. Make sure you hit the like button and go check out all my videos from the last couple days. It's a lot to watch, but they're short. A lot of them are short, and you will be entertained. Just go check them out and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're checking out a video from what I'm telling you right now, let me know what you think so I can see if doing this is effective. So guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for tuning in. I might be back later. Peace out. Rich, squad. And please be aware of the coronavirus.